Okay, I'm thinking I should have brought some water over here. I'm starting to dehydrate. But let's try pages 14 and 15, the 2-point equation. This looks complicated. But do you recognize something here? If I just cover this part up and put an m there, that was the 1-point equation. And guess what? M is this equation right here. The y2 minus y1. Remember we did that a few pages back? Over x2 minus x1, or the change in y over change in x, the rise over run. This is the slope, okay? It's just that we can plug into this formula using these 4 numbers. So we'll call this x1, y1, x2, y2. And you know what? You could try just for the fun of it. You could switch them and you'll still get the same answer. All right, I'm not going to do that, but we could call this the x2, y2, call this x1, y1. Yeah, you get the same answer. All right, let's set it up. Y minus, so y1 is 4. y2 is negative 7 minus 4 over x2, which is negative 2 minus 3. Okay? So y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. All right, times x minus x1, which is 3. This we can reduce. This becomes a fraction. It looks like negative 11 and negative 5, which negative divided by negative is positive. So 11/5 times x minus 3. And then we'll distribute this out. 11/5 x minus 33 over 5. Woo! Joyous. Then we're going to add 4 to both sides to get the 4 over here, plus 4, but now let's get a common denominator. So if the denominator is 5, that's going to make this 20. 20 over 5 is the same as 4, okay? So now we can combine these two, negative 33 over 5 plus 20 over 5. Let's see, what does that give us? Negative 13 over 5. Okay, and then the 11/5 x, I shouldn't have this parentheses, it looks like I'm multiplying it. I'm just trying to tell you we're combining these, okay? So I'm going to take this over here to this side, negative 11/5 x plus 1y. And now we can get rid of the get rid of the denominator. Okay, so the last step, multiply through. I'm pretty sure they want us to have x be a positive number. In standard form, x is always positive. So actually, let's multiply everything by negative 5. Okay? That way we'll get rid of the denominator and at the same time change x to a positive 11x. Okay, then we'll get a negative value for y, and that will change this to be a positive, because negative times negative is positive, and the denominator is gone. All right, so we helped you set up, I think, probably one of the hardest ones in the lesson. But if you can finish that one, go back and do the same thing with the other problems on the page. Again, show your work, because in the score key they have all the steps, so you can compare your work and see if you made a mistake on one little step, and then get it into the final form, the standard form that they want, okay?